What's going on, guys? Welcome to Rabbit's Used Cars. How's everybody doing? You know what? I ain't doing worth a damn. I'll be the first to admit it. And I hate to sound petty, and I know I'm going to get a chronic eye roll across the interweb for saying this. But have you ever had all your money and wanted something so bad, and couldn't get it? I have. And this is it, which makes it even worse. But we'll get to that here in a second. What we do have behind us is a 1940 Ford convertible. I have always been a street rod fan. These cars aren't really popular right now. Early 2000s, they really started kind of drifting in popularity a lot. A lot of people claim it's kind of the changing of the tide a little bit. The younger generation was getting into muscle cars and Corvettes and Tri-5s and things of that nature. And these cars, they started becoming unpopular because the people that built these cars were the people these cars were around when they were younger. Well, these people start getting older and dying off, not going to car shows. Next thing you know, these old street rods get parked in the garages. And now when you go to a car show, it's full of muscle cars and new Challengers and Mustangs. I see the street rods coming back. And I know what you're thinking. Rabbit, you done lost your mind. You've called it before. But I'm telling you, I've called the square bodies. I've called the OBS trucks. I've called the Fox body Mustangs. I've called them a million times. I studied the market. Street rods will come back. And I even got a little evidence to back that up. What's the hottest thing right now on the market? The hottest thing in the collector car market. If you watch Meekum, you watch, Barrett Jackson, whatever, when you're watching those shows, it's pro touring muscle cars. What's a pro touring muscle car? Well, it's what we call in the biz a chassis car. A chassis car is basically taking a car that was from the 60s, whether it be a Corvette or Chevelle or whatnot, even Fords and Mopars, same way. And they put late model suspension, up-to-date brakes, air conditioning, fuel injection. Sounds like to me they're building a street rod out of a muscle car. Because what did these cars get? Just like this 44 got that was built in the early 2000s. What do we have? Modern brakes, fuel injection, air conditioning, air ride suspension, larger diameter wheels, smoothed out, slick, independent front suspension, 9-inch Ford with coilovers, and a 4-bar setup. See what I'm getting at? These are going to be the next bargain cars. There's a lot of these cars sitting in garages that somebody's grandfather built. And they'll be a little outdated. The colors are going to be a little off. Maybe the drivetrain, it may have a carbureted engine in it versus an LS or whatever. But even a lot of them even had LSs in them. But that's the thing, is these cars I think are going to be the next niche car because there's so much personality and so much character in these cars and so much work went into building them to basically make what's popular right now. So you can update the cars. Yeah, you can change the wheels and put a little bit bigger wheel and tire combo on it. And maybe the colors may be a little outdated. Now the earth tones are really hot. Of course, black, red, and silver will always be hot. So, maybe the color may be a little out of date. And like I said, the diameter wheels. But all the hard work is done. All the suspension geometry, everything like that. So it's really easy to make a comfortable driver's car out of one of these street rods. Kind of like recycling a hot rod, if you think about it, so to speak. So anyway, I think it's basically the easy way to have the pro touring thing in a classic car from the 40s, even the 30s. I don't know, I love 44s. My dad had a 44 convertible back in the day. I love these things, but I love this one in particular. I promise you, if you watch this channel, old Rabbit may have a thing for pretty ladies. I don't know, it's just kind of a thing. I kind of think it goes hand in hand with the cool cars. And this guy right here that owned this car, he kind of had a little thing for pretty ladies too. Mr. Hugh Hefner owned this car. This is actually the last hot rod that Hugh Hefner built. He had several cars in his collection, and a good friend of mine did a little bartering and got this thing. And I'll be honest with you, I love it. 44 drop top, camel Corinthian leather interior in it. Dakota digital gauges, fuel injection, disc brakes, Boyd Coddington wheels, not the China ones, the real deal. This car is absolutely gorgeous, a little outdated in a few aspects, But all in all, this old car has really stood the test of time. And of course, it's owned by the man himself, Mr. Hugh Hefner. He actually drove this car, smoking jacket and all. Actually, there's a Blackbird pipe in the glove box of this thing. I love this car. Like I said, a buddy of mine did a little bartering and got it. And, I'm in the car biz. I buy and sell these things. I usually don't get real sentimental. These are rolling stock for me. I mean, I love them. I like them. But you can only pay so much when you're selling something. I offered, in today's market, this car is a $45,000 to $50,000 car, retail. So if I'm buying a car like this, I want to be in the 30s at least when I'm trying to buy it anyway. I offered $65,000 for this car, and the man would even look me in the eye about it. He said, no. It broke my heart. And I mean, I almost thought about hitting him another $5,000. Just do 70 flat. Because not so much the car, and it's beautiful. I mean, they've spent probably $150,000 building this car. But the man that owned it, Hugh, he ain't with us anymore. A lot of his things have went sky high. I've had some really good luck with some celebrity cars in the past. Of course, I had my Dirty Dancing Buick. I sold Johnny Carson's '86 Corvette a few years back. Those are always kind of fun, but I never had anything like this. If I could have got this one bought, I believe I'd have put it in the keeper stack. I don't know. I guess we can always keep trying. Maybe I might get something in stock he may want, and maybe I can talk him out of the old Bunny Mobile yet. Guys, we'll catch you next time at Rabbit's Used Cars. That's my number one fear in life, is doing public speaking or being in front of the camera and have a booger hanging out my nose, like hands down. Like people have a fear of like crowds or fear of anything. I can talk to 1 million people, don't bother me. I've never met a stranger, got a booger in my nose, I'm crying like a baby. Really started becoming unpopular because I got to itch my lip, hang on. I didn't get the car, but at least the asshole let me borrow it for the night. And I got this hot lady right here with me too.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out.
Story of my life. I was on a roll.
You were.
I was rocking. I was the QB. I'm this. And then you know what happens? Shoe comes off. I fall. Put me in, coach.
I like how she paused for a second.
Yeah.
It's like she was shielding my feelings, like she put thought into it.
I don't think she was shielding your feelings, she was trying to throw up.
It could be that. It could be that. I have that face that makes people want to vomit. I don't know. All right, you ready? You got this? Got the smile? Got the look, got the laugh. You ready? She's got this. I have faith. Not really.
I was so ready and then you messed me up.
It's all my fault. See, this is the problem. This is the reason I've been married twice. Story of my life. All right. Take 37. It got modern brakes. Sorry, the camera took a shit.
Hey guys, like what you see? Be sure to like and subscribe.